meant was every other thing we played, I lost. I lost everything. So he maybe meant that I only sent that I won bowling and nothing else because he beat me
Oh,
in what?
maybe.
I think he beat me 2 games to 1 in Connect Four. Fluke, by the way, obvious
He
fluke.
could
I
be
should have won
because
that
he did say.
series.
I think he didn't say the 4 games I won. So I guess if like four, it could be any game. I guess like that. I just
Yes.
assumed he meant.
So we did Connect Four. We did. Oh my god! In cornhole, dude, he actually fucking destroyed me in cornhole. Like I was actually having one of my better games. Like I was hitting like if there was nothing on the board, I would have gotten like 2 to 5 points per turn. But he was like literally every bag he threw hit the board or went in. Like, and it was just like, and the way he threw his arc looked autistic. Like the way he threw the bag looked like he had a limp right leg and he just or tripped over something and the bag happened to launch in the air and land in the hole. But it was like it was fucking fluid. It was crazy. Like he was autistically good at cornhole for someone who plays cornhole like probably often, it's more often than most, but not that often. And he kicked my ass. He beat me. He skunked me. It was disgusting. He fucking kicked my ass.
Ooh, yep.
It was wild. It was like I was like I couldn't do anything. I was like, wow, okay. Let's see. And then he beat me in putt putt. There's some bullshit there. We don't have to talk about that. You know, Bales for sure.
Bales and
But
Buttons.
dude, there was like these spinner things where you'd spin it and it would give each person like a different thing. And one of his like took a stroke off his fucking thing, and I got one where I was blindfolded and I had to hop during my first fucking hit.
No.
Yep. Well, anyways, and then he beat me like at something else. Whatever. I can't remember what it was. Regardless, yes, I kicked his ass in bowling. Yep. Yep. 2-0. 2-0 in bowling. 2-0. He choked. Which
The
honestly is the
picture.
most athletic of the sports, if we're being real here. If we're both talking about Connect Four versus bowling, it's kind of easy to tell which one's more athletic. No,
The
cap.
picture you
But
sent of him like typing in the bed though, that shit was devious.
I don't think I saw that. What?
no, but like, listen, he would have the laptop there, and then he would have like optic up in like the right hand corner. You know, like it was that was his phone. Look at this phone. It was crazy. Wild. Also, like he the way he has his laptop. Whenever you watch it when he's in bed at late at night, instead of going to his phone just to watch it on a smaller screen, he like because it's more comfortable or whatever. He instead has the laptop still and lays down with it and like turns it sideways when he's sideways. And it's like this big screen is like touching his nose. Like that's
No, dude, that picture, I was like, what the fuck, dude? That dude's elbows had to have hurt. Like, what was he doing?
and
I
that's
need
like
to
that's
see
like
that.
like
Oh,
it,
damn,
the
dude.
the average like if I at any given moment if I were to look at him and his posture at any given moment it can look like that. Like that's not like it was not an abnormal setting,
Dude,
but it did look hilarious. Yeah, no, super fun, but yeah, it was hilarious. Like I haven't had a good chance to talk about it to anyone that could understand what Matt's like. Absolutely
that
unreal.
laptop, dude, that laptop is a big thing in his life, for sure.
I would just say this: Matt's own maternal cousin was like, "Dude, you got to get this fucker out the fucking hotel." So I will stand by that.
No, that shit's, Jesus Christ. The good vibes shirt kind of goes hard. Do you see it, HK?
No, I'm actually playing this Packers dude.
Oh, you're playing? The fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, where's it at?
I DM'd it to you.
What the fuck is this? What is he doing here? Why
He's
is he typing
typing.
like that? Why is it because he has his legs crossed? He's
I
got a
don't
fort
fucking
going
know,
on?
dude.
What is going on? Trevor, what is this?
What? The
Why is
picture of
it?
Matt?
Why is his arms like that?
I don't know,
Does he have
dude.
his arm, like, is his legs crossed and he has to have the
I
screen that
don't.
close?
I don't know.
What the fuck?
I think he's like made of a different composition. I don't know. I don't know.
What am I looking at right now? It looks like he's fucking, like he's doing the, like he's the oh god.
No, but the fact that was the again, great guy. But the fact that was the least weird
Great
thing
guy.
about him was wild.
I mean, no wonder the fucking camera's always at his forehead, dude. That shit's like, he needs the screen right in front of his face.
Maybe that's why that is like that. He just sits like that. It's crazy.
Oh my god. It was funny though. Like as much as it was aggravating, it was very funny. It was hilarious.
That's funny. What does this guy got going on here? What is this?
Damn it.
A-Chain's already hurt. Alright. Of my life.
Why are you not benching?
You know? Because I was going to, then he like hit me up, and I didn't want to go through the fucking trouble of it, I guess. But also, it's not decided yet, because Swayze could still lose.
Oh my god. Buddy, surely you can win with your backups.
I don't know. Maybe.
Could leave a couple guys in there. Ow. Alright.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
I wonder, are they gonna wait for the Swayze game?
Going to the air.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Oh, catch that. Come on, Gibson.
Coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Did you see the JUCO shit?
Yes.
That'd be interesting.
I mean, isn't like Cam Rising like 28 already? So we're just gonna allow like 30-year-olds to do? Like, I don't understand.
Fuck it.
I mean, I'm all for it. I'm all for like making like giving dudes incentives to stay longer in college. To be honest, I think it's better for them. I think it's better for both products. I think it's better for the college and NFL.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
I do think they should bring back. I think that they should bring back you having to wait a year if you transfer. I don't
They're
know
never
that
gonna do that, buddy.
I mean, no, it's too far now, but I wish they would. I wish they would. You are correct. It's not going to happen. It's too far gone now.
Wait, that shit's getting wild out there.
Mm-hmm. I knew Aaron Nolan was going to be transferring. I knew that was something he was saying once we signed fucking Sam. It's just weird. Just no point in signing day anymore.
He takes a shot at the end of that play. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player.
What the fuck?
What?
Oh my god. They're like giving the scenarios of how the Niners can still make the playoffs, and it's like they have to win out, then they need the Seahawks and Rams to both lose the next 2 games, and then tie in the finale in the week 18.
I always love when things come down to ties, dude. That's my favorite.
That's funny. Needing a team to tie to get it. So you know it's cooked.
Stop running empty against me. I'm not going to let you.
Moss Deep is 3-4. Do I even play this season? Oh, I'm 2-1 in the ACC. Well, I actually can play this season.
I mean, there's no use in tanking in NCAA, so.
I know. I did, however, lose a lot of guys. Guys went to places, and they were not my school.
Oh,
And I've got, like,
yeah.
max hours.
Matt got hoed as well.
Recruiting class is going to be...
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his
And Matt said something about renting a PlayStation. What was that? What was that conversation?
Yeah, he wanted to rent a PlayStation, and I was like, first of all, you have to get 2 controllers, as well.
Yeah.
And
I didn't even know.
I don't know. It's the whole thing is like, when are we going to do it, right? Like, how often would it actually happen versus how often will we use it versus
the cost. Is it even worth
the
it?
cost of it, right?
Yeah.
And also, like, then these fucking games, is this going to become a factor in our scheduling our vacation? Is like, fucking, a golem can't play till 9 p.m., so we're not going out tonight, but tomorrow night. Like, I don't want that to even be a fucking factor,
Yeah, no, I don't
Like, why would I want that to be a thing? But like, if he had brought his PlayStation, I would have been fine with it, because it's like, it's already was going to happen. Like, he's in the league or whatever. He plays like, if he plays a game like every night, or like, we just schedules around like when we're actually doing stuff. I'm not going to hate him for that. Like, there's no issue. I'm not going to pay money for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. Makes sense.
And that's going to give me more time. We'd have to like pay money, go to a place, rent it, and then take it back at some point. More time.
and somehow incomplete. What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to
Yeah, no, I hear you.
not be able to believe it.
Already missed some crucial games though. Tough for the point.
I think Madden-wise it worked out for him anyways, because he wanted to tank.
Oh yeah, I remember him saying like, it's like, oh dude, like I can't play this week, but I really need to lose because Rios is the 5 seed or some shit like that. I can't remember what he said. Or right now I'm the 5 seed and he doesn't want to avoid Rios. Yeah, it was like he was hoping to lose. I was like, dude, what the fuck? Very funny.
I mean, he did it. He got out of it. He dropped down to the 6. Poor Madrid.
I can't believe Alex hoed my parlay. That's crazy. That's not the one I expected to hoe. Not the one I expected.
Yeah, he
to
might miss
miss.
playoffs completely.
He is. I think he's guaranteed. That it says that Chiefs is locked in. I don't know.
I don't know how that why would he
don't
be
know.
locked in?
I don't know.
Nothing points to him being locked in. Like, I couldn't find a single tiebreaker where he's over Alex.
I don't know.
But
Well,
it
the thing
super
is,
weird
it's
that
not
it says
him. It's a
X.
3-team. It's a 3-team tie, so there's weird tiebreakers there. I just don't know.
Yeah, but even looking at the 3-team, like, in order, like, in any way for head-to-head, they had to, like, someone had to have been swept or swept both teams. That didn't happen because Alex did not play Chiefs did not play Pops. The only ones that played were Alex and Pops. So then that goes out the window. Then it goes straight to conference record for all 3 of them, and all 3 of them, Alex has by far the best one. I don't know, it just doesn't make sense.
I don't know. It's weird.
Who got
It's very
hoed?
strange. Alex.
Alex. Well,
Okay, were we mad about that then?
we think he got hoed. I mean, I don't really know.
I don't think. I
Yeah.
don't think like locks change. I don't think those change.
That is like no, that's a good point. Like it'd be very weird to be locked in and then it not be locked in, but it just doesn't make sense why he is.
It
So
is
I don't know.
Madden, so
I'm
weird shit happens for sure.
I have a feeling it's gonna flip personally, but I mean that's if he even wins in the first place. Wait, no. If he wins, it doesn't matter. He needs to lose for it to matter.
Yeah, he'd have to lose for time.
So,
Lose to Swayze, which is probably.
well, yeah, if he wins, he's in regardless. I guess, yeah.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his
I don't
hands,
know.
and you know that the arrival of the ball
I'd be
very
pissed
strange.
personally. If that was me being hoed, I'd be pissed.
Yeah, for sure.
knock it away. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away. I do think, though,
Goddamn.
look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the
Jaden Salter to Colorado.
Liberty QB?
Yeah.
The Dolphins have
Damn, dude.
ready for their next
Seem like Liberty trying to have another Malik Willis, and they can't even have him. They're gonna go transfer to Colorado.
Yeah, can't
Bad.
ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to
Fafita's coming back though. Go.
I still haven't really
really want
paid
that?
much attention to college though, but I want to.
I don't know if I want it. Like when he hopped in the portal, I was kind of like, you know what, like clean slate. He really wasn't that good this year, anyways, type shit. But then now he's coming back. Like I'm not mad at. Like I'm fine with him coming back. It's a new offensive coordinator. I kind of like the guy that they hired. So we'll see what happens. Like I think that was our main problem last year was that our offense was fucking ass. Like our defense was already ass. Like that was already gonna be like kind of we're gonna have to overcome that, and the offense was just bad too. So it didn't matter. So yeah, like they even like fired the guy mid-season, brought in like the interim whatever, and then he was like also ass. But now it's like this young guy, I guess. I forget his name to be honest. It's like dope. Dodge, some shit like that.
And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
That's Doge. Doge? Doge? He was the Marshall offense coordinator.
From the gun, it's Tua. His throw's going to be
Oh, he has a. Oh.
Scouting for good coaches, like in smaller schools, must be fucking hard.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would imagine so.
come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
A lot of teams are going to cover too, you know? It's about to be. I don't know
Dude, all of a
how
sudden,
far reaching.
Spring too? The fuck?
You know, it's like how does a high school coach go to college? You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like how can you like observe what a high school's doing and like really think that's going to be transferred to the college level, like at a high level? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
High school just feels like not even like lows, right? It just seems like almost physicality, like not exclusively, but like a bigger margin, right? Because there's like the superstar crazy athletes. Like if you have Derrick Henry in your high school, like you're automatically just elite because the average kid is not going to tackle you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
Like you game plan around
sometimes-
like the freaks you get.
I will say, like, with the different, like, divisions that you're in, majority of the time, the talent is pretty.
Well, I mean, the divisions just matter because you just have a bigger pool of kids to choose from, so naturally you're going to have better talent coming in those. Just
Yeah.
how that works.
Well, you understand what I'm saying, though, right? If you have Jamar Chase
Yeah,
at like
I mean,
receiver, he's
you
also
have a-
at
yeah,
corner,
yeah,
like
for sure.
you know, like
You
that
gotta-
dictates exactly what you're doing as an offense. Just feed the guy who can't get tackled or can't get covered ever. So I just pulled that out of my ass. I'm just only assuming Jamar Chase is a fucking 5-star recruit.
He actually, he might have been like a 3-star to be honest, if I remember. correctly.
Really?
He's pretty small,
Uh-huh.
so it's possible. He's so damn good, though. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I lied. He was not a 3-star.
What was he?
I don't. It doesn't. It doesn't. I'm trying to. It just says he was the 84th ranked. Wait, hold on. Was
That's-
that like receiver or?
Is it the same
overall?
as like NCAA, that 4-star or what?
But we're just gonna let it go.
84th recruit nat. So yeah, so he was a 4-star. He was the 15th receiver in the country. Yeah, because the top 32 were 5 stars, and then after that it's 4, until up to like somewhere like the 300s, I think. Or it might be less than that, but yeah. So he was a 4-star. He wasn't I guess one of the top guys. But yeah.
Like Mike Tomlin coached at a high school in Virginia, not Virginia Beach, Newport News, where I'm at.
Oh, did you see
Him and
Mike
Russell
Vick?
both from Virginia.
Yeah, Mike Vick went to Norfolk State. Yeah,
Oh, no.
they're, that's like beef with ODU. They're close as fuck. Like it's super beef.
Oh, that I was thinking of Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson was a 3-star coming up.
Really?
He was the 308th receiver, ranked receiver.
That's surprising.
I knew one of them was like a 3-star.
Well, wasn't Henry Ruggs drafted over Justin Jefferson?
Yeah, Henry
Was
Ruggs.
he? Yeah, he was actually. So was a lot of guys that year.
You know, what I remember. You know, what's a
Judy.
crazy like variety or like variance, I guess I would say. I mean, no, we're not in the league anymore because of Mitt ran it. He was a wealthy muffins ran it. He's a fucking clown, but good guy, but clown. But so that league didn't last forever. But in the first round, Justin Jefferson, Henry Ruggs for rookie year, I was a nut hair away from taking Henry Ruggs, and I took Justin Jefferson instead. Like that payout difference is
Wow.
insane.
Yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
that's yeah. Set you up for sure.
Well, I mean, one guy is in prison.
Is he still in prison?
I mean, you'd think, right?
I don't know.
Manslaughter? A pretty big offense, I'd say.
Yeah, he is apparently. Makes sense.
I was about to say, there's no way like money and fame can get you that far. That'd be insane.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be.
Oh my god, almost wrong button to fucking pick.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it.
What the fuck? I just got absolutely fucked by PI. Let's pick. That's insane.
Have you seen the movie Carry On, HBK?
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna be watching it.
I was
I've heard it was
watching
good.
earlier.
I've heard it was
Yeah. Started off pretty interesting. I had to pause it though, but yeah.
Fucking
My
god.
boy Bateman.
Mm-hmm.
What's fucking worse than like you feather the fucking streak route, right? And it just misses. Like is it that actually infrequent to actually hit it in NCAA? Even with a guy with good deep accuracy, if you just even
They're just hard to throw.
you're supposed to like tap at the line. It's like, like when a guy is like 10 yards beating a fucking corner, right? You'd think that like if you overthrow a little bit, like you wouldn't shorten it that much to the point where it's still like deflectable. Like that's insane.
That is a little insane, for sure.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
But I digress. Maybe I'm just still doing it fucking wrong.
A change of possession here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that.
Are you playing fucking Jeopardy? What is it called?
No.
Who's watching? What is it? Steve Harvey's. Steve Harvey. What does he have?
I didn't.
Family Feud. I heard the
yeah,
ding.
no,
You
yeah,
just
it's on.
watching Family.
It's on for sure. I'm not playing it
I don't
though.
know if you could. I can see you playing Family Feud on your phone. It's like an app.
Dude, QBs just don't fumble anymore.
I need some mobile game to get me through the day.
Work boring?
No, I haven't started yet, but just just keep bored sometimes, and I don't feel like playing the PlayStation like all the time. You think something quick, just handheld.
I've got like a surplus of games right now I need to get through. Just got Sekiro, the fucking like samurai, like Dark Souls type game. Start playing that. And 2K's kind of got me.
How many of those goddamn games are there? Goddamn.
There's like 3 Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Elden Ring, and Sekiro, and Demon Souls. And that's it. But it's been like over a long period of time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm excited to play it. They're fun games. And I think people just think they're daunting, so they don't want to give it a try. But actually, the premise is more intriguing than it seems.
I mean, I remember like when they were, I don't know which one it was. It was probably Elden Ring. They were like hyping it up as like extremely difficult. So.
But yeah, but it's only because a lot of like casual, like people who didn't ever play the series started getting into it, you know? So they were kind of just labeling, it wasn't like Dark Souls players being like, it's the hardest one yet. It was like people who never like played that kind of game talk about just how the game plays, like the category, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's already how the franchise is viewed, you know?
Yeah.
Sekiro was so much fun.
I will say that like there's like these summons you can do to help yourself. If you don't use those and play it like the traditional way, it's apparently one of the hardest games. But like if you like use like the help like summons, which some people call like basically like, oh, it's cheating, but they're fucking virgins. Who cares? Yeah.
Carlos, did you ever play Red Dead? You didn't play Red Dead, did you? I've had this conversation many times. You need
I
to
haven't, yeah.
You need to get on that.
Red Dead is one of the best games of all time.
Red Dead 2 is like legitimately, I think, like, God, I think
Yep.
I need to play through it again.
Red Dead 1 I haven't played in a long time, but it was really good. And it was really good. I think Red Dead 1, my initial reaction was really good. And then Red Dead 2 was like, it's like genuinely like maybe my favorite story game of all time.
Do you know what the crazy... Red Dead 2... It's funny because, like, I listened to a review, like an early review of Red Dead 2, and the early review, because they had, they only play like the first like 10 hours or so, a lot of times to get those. And they said, like, the game's a lot of fun, like, they're having trouble getting into, like, Arthur as, like, a character. So I'm like, okay, that should be interesting. So I started playing it. And, like, I agree, like, initially, like, I'm like, oh, Arthur, he just seems like he's just like an avatar for the player. But I don't. His story. He's my favorite video game character of all time. It's insane. How
he really is. And the voice actor is incredible.
Shit.
The voice actor is actually incredible.
I met him a couple months ago at a game little event, like a little expo when we took my son to.
Oh, that thing you went to? Oh my god, that must have been sick, dude.
Yeah, him and Benjamin, the guy that does Dutch as well. He was there as well.
Yeah, Dutch.
God, the memes were so funny.
They were so good, dude.
I've got a plan, Arthur.
Arthur, I've got a plan, Arthur. We gotta get to Tahiti.
Gotta get to Tahiti. How much more money do we need, Dutch, before we can go to Tahiti? Yeah.
Dutch, I don't got that kind of money, Dutch. Yeah, fucking. Yeah. Dude, no matter how much. Yeah, the memes are so great. It's not even spoiler, Carlos, if you play it, like, there's like a fund you can add to the camp, and it doesn't affect like the storyline at all. Like, which you can dump as you can earn, like you can spend every last time like minute like getting gold to like fund this like thing for the camp, and like literally it never like plays out.
It's like side. Carlos will be out. He'll be out there earning. I know how Carlos is. He'll be side questing out for sure.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, there is a moment towards the end of Red Dead 2 that like I just it's oh god, it's just so fucking good. I don't know. I need you to play it so we can talk about it. I need you to play it so I can talk about it.
Very good, very good. It's like I would prefer that. I'd prefer that over like most TV shows that are my favorite of all time too. Like an experience, do you think there's a better experience than that? That was so good.
No, it was the best, most like immersive video game experience I think ever. Like, I yeah, love that game so much. Love that game so much. And I was a big fan of the first one, so like I thought that like, and then it's funny because the reviewer that had said that the first time after they did like the full game, and I listened to a full game review after I finished it, they were like right there with me. They were like, yeah, we were wrong about Arthur. Like he's he actually turned out to be one of my favorite characters, maybe in any video game. Yeah, is so good. Fuck.
Yeah. My mom was lagging behind. My mom played Skyrim. She's played Witcher 3, and she's played Fable. And I told her story games are her shit. She plays only here and there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this is one that's worth actually playing because you don't play video games that much. Like, you should play this one. And she doesn't.
Yeah.
She's been meaning to get into it, but
Yeah. That's one that makes me sad. It's like that is such a good story and such a good character that, you know, it's kind of like walled off to like just like gamers. It's really hard to get games to break through, but like that story is just so fucking good, and the characters are
yeah,
so good.
that I agree.
I
like
wish
that's
more
why
people got to
it's not
appreciate
even that I
it.
wanted to play like the. I mean, of course the gameplay is awesome. Like the gameplay is really fun. There's a lot of cool things you can do in the game, but like the experience and the story aspect of it itself is like really why I want to like try to experience. I don't care obviously again playing the game is a huge portion. It's fun to play, but like just the experience is like that's all I really care about. Someone like
Yeah. I legit think that the gameplay could have been terrible, I think, and it still would have been good. But it's good. It's still good gameplay. It's fun. Like
yeah, it's good gameplay, but it's like it's not like you have it's like any conversation about Red Dead 2 you have is like, wow, wasn't using like this pistol fun? Like dude, no one remembers that,
Yeah. Yeah. I love getting into duels. Those are really fun gameplay wise. Like the train robberies were fun, I thought.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Even honestly, some of the hunting challenges were good too. Like, and they were
I
kind of
enjoyed
difficult,
those.
especially like the big prizes were pretty tough.
Wild horses? You were sick?
What? Huh?
Wild horses?
Oh, I mean, taming. You mean taming wild horses? You know.
Well, yeah, but like yeah, it's just like
I was
RDR
gonna go
one,
into,
like the rarity of horses one. That's like super cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, what the fuck was I gonna say? Fuck.
Oh, yeah, they really get you care. You legit like care about your fucking horse. Oh my god, I forgot. That's right. Oh,
Yeah. Yep.
the
I had a fucking cool. Forgot.
yeah, Carlos, you gotta get on that. It's worth it. Definitely worth it.
Yeah, you told me.
I'm telling you again.
You know what? One big deterrent to like new players is my mom absolutely sucks at video games, and there's actually only one difficulty setting on RDR 2. Do you know that?
Is there? Is there no like legendary or anything? I didn't know
Yeah,
that. I actually
yeah.
don't
Like
know.
I looked for when you start in the game. There's like you can't lower the difficulty. My mom, he like has bad reflexes, and like some parts are genuinely like really hard for her. Like it's just, the reason why she didn't play RDR 2 is because she wants to play RDR 1 first, and she tried getting into that. But like there's a part where like you have to rope in horses, and she like cannot do it. She like doesn't know how to like properly like handle an analog stick joystick. But she can do like Skyrim because the Skyrim's combat is so like you can just crouch and bow and arrows, you know.
Just tell her RDR2 is a prequel, and you can play RDR1 after.
What I said.
If
What I
she
said.
wants to, yeah. RDR2 is
said,
probably
yeah.
a little bit more. It's less clunky, I think, gameplay wise.
Yeah, still difficult parts though. I feel
there
like
are
for,
definitely
like,
difficult parts. There are definitely difficult parts.
yeah. I think the opening scene, like or the opening few like hours, you're like in these huge like gunfights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you don't know what you're doing yet. Yeah.
What else? I need like a sequel to some other game, or just another good story game. Honestly,
Yeah. I wish that because they talk about in Red Dead, they make references to the character from like Red Dead Revolver. I actually wish that I wish they could like remaster that game or make that game for a newer console. They did not.
yeah. That's tough for sure.
Isn't the idea of completing a
I just never really like played many story games.
Just
Right
tell
now,
them you should do it
fun.
this time. It's a good place to start.
I mean, I've been playing this Hogwarts game, and that's like probably the first one I've done. So I'm having a little bit of fun.
Hey, you're playing Hogwarts. Yeah, you should play Red Dead for sure.
Yeah, and Hogwarts, like I'm telling you, like, the enjoyment you get, whatever enjoyment you get out of that game, it's like a 17th of what you get from RDR2.
Yeah, no, if you actually genuinely, I know you like into not Star Wars, Harry Potter and stuff, but
I mean, yeah,
You
it's take
will-
from the guy who has a Harry Potter tattoo on his fucking back.
you will love it. And I know that you really like you just like good stories in general. Like, you talk about shows and TV shows all the time. Like, I genuinely think RDR2 is like
Wait,
top
did you
tier
finish
story.
Dexter?
I haven't. I kind of like stopped and then never went back.
You need to kind of go back, dude.
I forget where I stopped. To be honest, like
I
season
heard
4 or
Original
5.
Sin is actually pretty decent. I'm gonna probably watch it once it finishes. But it's only been a couple episodes, so I'm gonna wait to see.
Original Sin
It's like the
What's that?
prequel that's out right now.
for Dexter.
Dexter, yeah.
What the fuck?
It's on Paramount, apparently. I've heard decent things.
Wait, so like, what do you mean by prequel? Like what time period? Like when he was a kid?
I mean, like, Dexter is like a teenager, I'm assuming. Teenager, young adult. Which, I was skeptical of the idea because, like, you feel you get a lot of Dexter backstory already in the show, so. But,
Is it good? What, you talking about the new Dexter thing?
yeah, the original, yeah. I mean, I heard it was decent. It's only been a couple episodes, though, so I'm gonna wait.
I
till
didn't
it
even
ends.
see that, like, they had like the season end of the season add-on or whatever. Like, it was supposed to be another wrap-up about the end. I guess for more clarification, quote unquote.
On what? On the fucking, for New Blood or whatever?
I thought they had like an additional like final season or whatever to the original Dexter.
Yeah, New Blood.
Yeah, didn't see it. Didn't see it.
It was very good until the end.
So they fucked up the ending
They,
again?
they fucked.
They Why?
So
Are you
now
serious?
there's a new show in pre-production now. There's Original Sin is airing right now. They're doing another sequel in pre-production. Eventually, they're gonna get this ending. They're gonna get a good ending out of this.
Wait,
eventually.
are you telling me they're redoing the Dexter series, or they're just doing another, like,
They're
what?
doing another sequel. They're continuing on.
Oh, so they're adding to the sequel.
Yes. I don't
It was
think
supposed to be
gonna
like a.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be like a add-on to the season finale, and now it's just sequels.
Now it looks like it's just gonna be sequels because they fucked up the ending again. So they're just gonna eventually they're gonna
That
get a good
is-
ending. They're gonna get a good ending eventually, and I'll be happy
That's
when they do.
what the fuck?
I'll be seated
It's
for
so
it.
much worse.
Give me a good ending.
It cannot
Dude,
have been worse
listen,
than the actual original ending, though, right?
If the Game of Thrones people want to come back and give me a good Game of Thrones ending, I will take it. I will gladly take it.
Dude, in Game of Thrones was it was so perfect, but like the thing is, of course, it was still like good compared to other shows towards the end, but like it was elite first of all, and the pacing just got completely out of weird.
Yep.
Everything was happening so fast that it felt like nothing. Well, not nothing, but you know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. And then you had
Like
Danny,
the gravity of
Yeah, no, trust me. I
They were just
complained about
going
that so
like
much.
the
Literally
travel
just fucking
shit didn't
going
make
from
sense.
fucking They were crossing the fucking narrow sea. They were crossing the narrow sea in one episode. Yeah, it's insane. But then in season 1, like, dude, the 6 episodes to get from fucking, or 3 episodes to get from Winterfell to King's Landing, and then and then Jamie and Bronn are just like they're just end of one episode and they're in fucking Dorne in the next. It's just crazy. What a bunch of lazy fucks, dude. All because they wanted to make their fucking Star Wars movie.
What movie was
They got canned. They got canceled.
that? Bruh. So
Yeah, they
went
got
for no reason.
yeah, they lost it after that fucking finale. They fumbled.
Really?
Fumbled everything.
Wow.
Yeah, fuck them. Hope they never get work again.
But dude, Game of Thrones, like like the way it was structured, right? The whole like purpose of it, it was like from the beginning, it was like these characters have all these different shit going on that's like dire, but like they're so far away from each other. Like they're like, all going through shit, but they're like all different points on the map. You know, like their distance was actually a huge part of like why it was so intense in the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Trevor, listen. You're talking about a show where like they hinted and they hinted and they hinted and they hinted, and then they had this big reveal that Jon Snow is actually a Targaryen, and it meant nothing in the end. It meant nothing. Nothing came of it.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. He didn't do anything with it. He didn't become king. It wasn't mentioned after he told Dany. It was just like it was never brought up ever again. Meant fuck all. That on top of the fact that he spent his entire arc was about preparing for the White Walkers, and he didn't do anything to stop the White Walkers. He screamed at the fucking dragon while his sister did it. Oh my god. I would have been okay with it if something else happened. They had nothing for Jon. Jon did nothing. You can't fucking take his entire purpose away and then not replace it with something better.
Like you said, like him being a Targaryen, it was like more of like a fun fact. Like, hey, by the way, did you know he's actually a Targaryen?
It was
like,
more about Sam.
That was
Dude,
it.
Sam finding out he was a Targaryen was a bigger deal than when Jon found out he was a Targaryen.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. That fucking show, dude.
Yeah.
And then Dany being the ultimate villain is such a good story, and I see it. I can see why that was the plan, and I can see like how good of a story it could have been and how well it could have played out. But then they did it the way they did, and it's just like, it doesn't make any sense, bro. Oh, there was nothing. There was no in between from Dany going from the freer of slaves to fucking I'm gonna burn a bunch of innocent people alive in King's Landing. Unreal.
You got him going again.
And then Dany just kind of forgot about the Iron Fleet. She forgot about the army that she was fighting for a whole season. She just kind of forgot that they existed.
Wait, what was that last part? Last part, forget again?
Dany just forgot about the Iron Fleet. You know, the army that she'd been battling for like a full season. She just forgot, and then they killed her.
That interview was insane.
Fuck him. Fuck that piece of shit for that. What a slap in the face. Do you know about that? Or were you like deep into the behind the scenes stuff at that point?
What was going on?
Okay, so you remember the episode where Dany's dragon got killed by the Iron Fleet, like they were flying over the ocean and wide open ocean, and then the fucking stealth army just shot one of the dragons out of the sky. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, because like the creators of the show, they would always give like an after the episode, like there'd be like an after the episode, like behind the scenes stuff.
That who's breathing a mic so heavy?
Yes, it's
Fu. Oh my god. Jesus
but
Christ.
He's gonna do it harder now. They did those after the episode things, and they were talking about the Dany thing and how could she let the Iron Fleet just sneak up on her in the middle of the ocean? And he's like, well, you know, Dany's been so busy that she kind of just forgot about the Iron Fleet. She forgot about the Iron Fleet. She forgot about the army that she was fighting for an entire season. She just kind of forgot. That was their reasoning for why that was possible. Because she forgot. She just was
so busy. She had a lot of stuff on her plate. She forgot. Okay. That is wild. That's absolutely insane. She just didn't know. She didn't know.
Oh, the fucking piece of shit. You couldn't even come up with anything.
Don't forget.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Dude, fuck
she forgot.
them, man. Fuck them.
Dude, she was Dany, like she had some stuff going on.
His thing was Dany kind of forgot about the Iron Fleet. Oh my. It's like, and now it's just a meme because it's like, yeah, you just kind of forgot. You forgot, bro. You just forgot. Not to mention how stupid it was. They're flying over the middle of the ocean, clear as day imaginable. Not a cloud in the sight, no mountains. They're just flying, and they get snuck up by a stealth fucking fleet of ships.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Stealth ships.
Unreal. Oh, they're the sneaky ships. Fuck, we didn't see that coming.
Stealth fighters.
Damn it, dude.
Fucking unreal.
Unreal.
Yeah. Yeah, what did they have? Like, did they have signs in the boat? Like, they had like little like banners that said like tourist boat or like sightseeing, and then like they ripped it off when they like ah, we got you.
Yo, oh my god. Fuck. That's the laziest writing I've ever seen. Holy shit. It's painful. But then you look, because then you go back and you just watch like season 4, which is just like perfect everything, perfect storytelling, perfect writing.
Did they leave a Starbucks cup on set? One of those episodes?
Yeah, in season 8 they did. They did. They had the Starbucks cup in the shot. And then instead of like taking it out, they just fucking took the Starbucks label off of it, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, that's so fucking funny. I forgot about that part. That's hilarious. Okay, sorry, our bad. It was actually 13th century coffee. My bad, not Starbucks.
Dude, Varys, the fucking master of whisperers, dude, he gets fucking caught because he was sending letter. Bro, come on. And then he's like, I knew this would happen. I knew they would come for me. Oh, what the fuck? Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable.
They're really trying to get up out of there.
Right? It's crazy. It's so crazy.
I don't know why they rushed. Like the most, it had America's attention. Like the entirety of like the world was like it had their attention. Why would you rush like having that? You know?
They didn't know what they fucked. It's what like It's almost like it would have been because they obviously couldn't write the story. Like they weren't prepared to have George not finish the story. They couldn't write the story. That's fine. Give it to somebody else, or at least put effort into what you do put out there. Like the Jaime and Cersei dying under the fucking rocks, and then the next episode it's just like one pile of rocks. If they were standing anywhere else, they would have survived. You couldn't have like made it look any better than that. It's like you just don't care. Like unfucking real, dude. What disappointment. That's depressing. Because you'll never have anything as good as like those first 4 seasons. Even season 5 and 6 are still really good shows.
Mm-hmm. I think it's still a really good show even in the end. I think it's just a comparison of like how good it was.
Yeah.
You know? That's only because of the groundwork that was laid and like the actors themselves. Like obviously the writing wasn't still very, very good. It was just how good the show was. It kind of carried into it, you know?
Yeah.
Because you can't just completely lose all that magic. So imagine if it was an average show, like going into that, like it really would have been terrible.
Well, I still think the second episode of season 8 I think is still really good. I really like episode 2, and I think I liked episode 1.
Was that the one where they're in the castle, like in the scene?
They were preparing for the White Walker battle, basically. Yeah. And that was the really cool. So you had the scene where they were all singing around the fire, and then Brienne and Jaime got together, and that was just like really good. It was a really good episode. And then episode 3, you couldn't even see anything that was going on because they don't know how to fucking light their shots. So it was just pure fucking darkness. They had dragons fighting. I didn't know what dragon was what because you had the fucking ice dragon against the other two, Jon and Dany's dragon. You couldn't tell which dragon was which. You couldn't tell what the fuck was going on.
Okay, but yeah, at the same time though, they had fucking that ginger musician join an episode.
Ed Sheeran?
Oh, Ed Sheeran. He was there. He was there. They did do that.
That's
the worst. Yeah. Yeah. Lannister. Dude, George really fucked up killing Oberyn and Tywin like right back to each other. You can't kill off 2 characters like that close together. That's just really dumb. I wish he had done that. Both of them dying when they did is just too early.
I don't know, man. I think, I mean, I don't know. It worked.
I mean, it worked, but then stuff fell off from there. It took a while. took a while to get back. I mean, to be fair, Tywin did have to die
You
because
kinda
Tywin
have to,
stays
like,
alive.
yeah,
Like,
like,
I don't think
if you
dude,
laugh.
Dany never makes it.
But
She never makes it across the sea.
At the same time though, like in some series, it's gotta. I mean, I'm not saying you have to go for complete realism every time, but at some point in a show, there's gonna be two important people who die at the same time because that's just how it could happen in like a realistic setting.
Yeah, but
You
that
know?
happened enough. That happened enough. You had Ned dying and then Renly dying and then like there was
Like
enough
you know, all
people
these
dying.
shows, like if a group of people die, it's like one person and like a bunch of other random background characters you don't really give a fuck about. And it never happens to be where two people, like of an important group or something like that, or show, or some two people simultaneously have something bad happen to them. No shows that ever happens.
I mean, yeah. Well, they killed Rob and Catelyn together. They killed them both together. That was big. They didn't.
Yep.
I just don't think they needed to kill off Oberyn and Tywin together. They both could have died, but like that's tough. There's a lot of.
Yep.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away.
I will say Walking Dead kind of fell off for that same reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, I don't know how it fell off because Negan was so fucking good that it's still like, despite how good the bad character, despite how good the main villain was at the time, it still wasn't like holding my attention like it used to.
Yeah, he
You
was.
know?
He was great.
I still
The
get
sad
this
part
one.
is that show got so bad for those 2 seasons, but then season 9's really good, and season 10's really good. Like they finished.
See, that's
up
why
really
I'm bummed
strong.
out because
Yeah.
I never got to that point. You know.
It was crazy because like so here's what happened. I was so fucking dejected from season 7 and 8. I was like it was just terrible. It was dragging on. And then I knew that Andrew Lincoln was leaving the show in season 9. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna watch and see how they kill off Rick, and then I'm gonna move on from there. And then I'm like, holy shit. Episode 1 was really good. Episode 2 was really good. 3 was really good. 4 was really good. And then you get to episode 5 with Andrew Lincoln's thing, and it's like, holy shit, they did that perfectly. Holy shit. So they had me. So I was like, yeah, it's actually really fucking good. I was pleasantly
Okay,
surprised.
I'll have to give it a second chance then.
Yeah.
Just means I'll have to actually finish those bad seasons though.
Yeah, that's the tough part. It's the tough part. There's just a lot of nothing happening. Like there's a lot of boring shit going on for no reason.
Yeah, for sure. It just felt like they kind of got lost as to what they wanted to do. You know, despite there being a good comic book series, it felt like they even though they had the ideas right, because isn't that how it was going? Like the comics are coming out like a little before the show, right? Every year.
Well, the problem, they had quite a bit of lead on it. Like the comics are still going, but they had a good lead on the comics. The problem was they wanted to stretch these stories out. They wanted to stretch these episodes out or these seasons out to 16 episodes, and there's just not enough story for 16 episodes. That's why you have fucking just episode after episode where fucking nothing's happening, and we're doing fucking side quests for these fucking boring ass characters and no one gives a fuck about.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they kept it at 6 episodes a season, or if they could have done 12, like season 2 was 12 episodes. That's where it started. They started to drag a little bit in the middle of season 2. Season 2 is still really good, but it started to drag, and then you get into 16 episodes in season 3, and it's just like, fuck, man, there's just not enough here.
Yep.
But then like they bring it back, and they would have like season 4, I think, is when the governor kills Herschel. All that stuff was really good. That was good. But it's like we spent so much time getting here. Holy fuck. Who could possibly care anymore?
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely interesting how they handled that.
Andrew, like Rick was always a great character. Like that never stopped. He was.
Is there
such a
anything
good
else that
fucking
fell off?
actor.
You know, I think it's why I can appreciate like how I was so sad that what's it called? What's that? Everyone has been watching Suits, but it's not Suits. It's the other fucking CO one. Like these 3 brother and sisters. Fuck. Their dad's like in poor health, and they have to take over the company. They're trying to fight for who's going to be like.
Succession. I've heard
Succession.
Is good.
Succession.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't know why I couldn't think of the name. Anyways, like that ended very kind of like after like 3 seasons, but it honestly like, and I was disappointed it ended, but I was like, well, I mean, it was good the entire time it lasted. Like, how can I be mad? You know?
Is it worth watching? I've heard it was really. I mean, it was a big show.
No, it is.
so-
It is. Like, I mean, it doesn't last forever. It's a really good show that, it's one of those high quality shows where you're like, damn it ended already. But it's like, You know, if they dragged on, it probably wouldn't have been as good.
Yeah, that's Westworld, dude. They should have done the one and done season. One season. Season 1 is so good, and then that's the answer. Westworld. No show has ever dropped off worse than Westworld.
Wow.
That
Alright, it got a lot of
Wow.
traction. So like, it's like to the point where like if it was on its standalone, you'd be talking about one of the best shows of all time. And like the fact that it only had one season, it's super underrated. But then season 2 ruined it.
Season 1 of Westworld is fucking awesome. It's a great concept. It's a really cool world building, a good mystery. But wow, did that shit fall off quick?
I'm really torn on whether I think Fallout's good or not.
I loved it when it first came out. I loved it when I first watched it. I'm a little bit worried about future seasons.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's going to stay
But
good.
like how can this go any further type thing? Like this should be like a 2-season type thing.
Yeah, I also like the twists, but also I'm not sure that it didn't really make any fucking sense. I don't understand why. Like I thought she was the villain, but she wasn't. She didn't end up being the villain. But like, why did she send this whole quest to have this guy delivered to her when she went right through that? She could have just picked him up on her own. It was very, I don't know. It seemed like a weird
Yeah.
premise. So that makes me a little bit concerned that they just stuff just kind of happens just because it needs to happen.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like one of those mainstream shows I can get away from really fast.
Mm-hmm.
The Boys also fell off for me as well.
Did it? I've got to. Damn, The Boys is something I got to get on the list too.
Well, the first, what's funny is it makes fun of like people preaching during shows and like being preachy and being fake social justice warrior, and then it does like the exact same thing, but like kind of in your face, and like it's just so annoying. Like, and the show quality just dips, and it just seems like honestly, it sounds stupid, and I know you hate his ridiculous sexism, but it just feels like it started being ran by women, like the show.
I feel like I'm also a little bit worried because like I feel like the Homelander reveal was probably a big deal in season 1, but like at this point, the entire world knows who Homelander is, even if you haven't seen the show.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I know Homelander. I get the concept of Homelander, but so I feel
coming
like,
out, you're like, wow, this guy's not a good person, but now like everyone
Yeah.
knows,
Yeah.
and like the weirdness about him and whatnot. Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone knows.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had started it long. But the thing is like I get so hesitant to fucking watch. I hate
Getting sucked into a bad show.
or just getting into a show where then you have like these long
It's not
waits in
worth
between
it?
seasons. I don't because it's almost like you lose interest, then you got to get interest back in. It's tough. Like, and I'm scarred from Game of Thrones, dude. I'm so scarred from Game of Thrones to being so invested year to year, and then to have that shit happen. I don't know. I don't know if I can do it. It's actually cruel that I was actually
It is cruel.
anticipating season 8. I was like looking forward to it, and then yeah,
Yeah, that is cruel.
it's terrible, dude. Fuck.
And each episode, you're just like, when?
Oh, Shirley.
Yeah, I hopped on at like the worst time.
Yeah, I think I hopped. It's funny that I hopped onto the live right after season 3. Like I watched season 4 live. Season 3.
I think
had
mine.
binged.
Which one was it when? What's it called? When they had just crossed the sea or whatever, and like she had burned like the Lannisters like in the open field, and she came with the dragon.
Oh
and, like,
God, that was
Jaime,
like season
tried-
7.
Yeah, that's when I hopped. That was my first season that I saw live.
Damn. Yeah.
Oh. But I remember like it was summer, and I had like just watched, like I binged, like it was like a season a day. I had watched the entire, like all up to that point. Like once I started, it was GG's. Like that shit was gonna get, like I went through it so fast.
Yeah.
I kind of wish I didn't go through it so fast, like the first time through.
Yeah. Let it breathe a little
So you
bit.
enjoyed it more? Yeah.
Yeah, I think what I
Good
realized, because when I binged through the first 3 seasons, there's a lot of season 2 that I don't remember or didn't really follow. I didn't like Stannis the first time because I just wasn't interested in his story at all. Even the Danny stuff, I didn't really care for that much. And honestly, early, I wasn't a big fan of Jon Snow early either. I was like all about Ned and Robb for the most part.
Wow, really?
I became like super invested in Jon after Hardhome.
Ned and Rob were probably my one and no, it was definitely probably always Ned and then John.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were like that. I was struggling to understand what John's gonna. I don't know. John, he felt so disconnected from everything else, so I wasn't super.
Yeah, he was, but that's
invested.
like what that's why I went back to like how it's like awesome, you know?
Yeah.
How everything feels so like everyone's so far apart, you know?
Well, I loved it.
Everyone has their own
rewatch.
shit going on.
I love John's stuff in his rewatch. I thought his whole stuff with I thought that was really cool.
But at
I
first
think
you didn't know where it was going, so you didn't appreciate it.
And I also think like there is a lot of information to take in, and when you're binging, it's like I don't know, it's hard to I don't know. There's a lot of shit that you're trying to like keep straight and understand like who's who and what's going on where. I think, I got super invested in Jon after Hardhome because that episode was fucking sick. Just as a battle scene, that shit was awesome. Then he died, and he came back to life. That was weird.
Yep. R.I.P. Jon Snow.
But then, Carlos, you know what you don't know? So Jon died at the end of that season, but like, you don't understand. There was like so much speculation about him still being alive, like in between seasons. He's still dead in the books. Jon is still dead in the books, if you can believe that.
What season?
That was season 5. He got killed.
Oh, then I did. Yeah, I just jumped right into the next. Yeah, see, like shit like that, like makes me upset.
So there was like a whole year of like speculation of like people were trying to like they were like these like really grainy photos, like he was on set for this. Like it was wild.
Wait,
yeah,
so did George R.R. like say anything about how he felt about the like Jon dying?
Well, Jon's dead in the books.
Oh, I thought you said he was not. He said he's not alive in the books. Okay.
Yeah,
because
Jon is still dead in the books.
In the books.
I thought you were saying he never died the first time.
The book readers all kind of assume that he's coming back, and also me, I'm like, Jon, he can't die. Like, again, there's just so much like prophecy and shit around it. Like, it's like I know that George has killed off characters before, but not like that. Not with like because there was still the hints and the stuff about him being a Targaryen and like him having this great. Like, I was like, there's no, he can't just be dead. It's not possible.
Yeah, like at least Rob's only thing was like, you know, you knew what his path would be, succession of his father and whatnot. Like it's pretty on the you know what it would be.
I mean, I was with Catelyn when during that scene, like even when I'm watching it, I was still in denial that Rob was dying. I didn't believe it. I was like, okay, yeah, they're gonna make a deal. He's gonna survive, right? Up until he gets just stabbed, right? You know.
They should have done the Lady
Fucking
stuff.
Yeah, yeah. From what I've heard about it. Yeah.
Wait, what's rough?
Not doing the Lady Stoneheart. Yeah, I don't know if you know what that is, or if you know how much you know about the books or not. But so in the books, there's like kind of like this half undead character that has some like magical stuff around her, and she's kind of out for revenge. It's Catelyn, but like not Catelyn, but still kind of Catelyn. Her name's like Her name's Lady Stoneheart, and she kind of like torments a lot of the Boltons and stuff in the north for a lot of time in the background and stuff. But but they didn't even touch that in the show.
Interesting.
She even has like I think I read that in the books currently she has like either has Jaime like in captivity or she has something going on with Jaime where we don't really know
she
what
was
she's
working
gonna do to
with
Jaime.
the Brotherhood Without Banners, those guys, like she's kind of with them.
Because also in the books it's supposedly it's Jaime. He doesn't say the Lannisters send their regards. He says Jaime Lannister sends his regards. But I don't know. I don't know. But in the show, they kind of it's just Tywin. So I don't know. I don't know what they were doing there, or why they made that change.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a lot of shit like in the books that's like not the same. Like even with the whole like young Griff thing. Like it's not even supposed to.
Oh yeah,
be.
it's a whole other character that never been introduced.
Yeah.
And George was pissed about that. I read because apparently Young Griff is like endgame for him. At least that's the vibe I get. And they didn't even touch his character in the
Well, I'd
show.
assume that's the way they kind of played it up.
Yeah.
Like from what I understood.
Yeah.
So are they going to ever like? Is he ever gonna try to finish them or what?
Dude, I don't fucking
Is he gonna?
know. No, he's gonna die. He's gonna
Don't
fucking
get
die.
him going. Don't get him.
He's gonna fucking die. He's never gonna get finished. He's got like 20 other
What's
fucking
his reasoning?
projects.
He's just a lazy fuck and scared to fuck it up.
No, I just think he hit super. Here's what I
That is
pieced
why.
together was, he gets a little bit of progress every year, but it's like tiny bit of progress. I think his problem is because he mentioned something and he's like, he started reaching a point where he realized he would get to a point in his story and he's like, damn, I really need this. I need this character to be here. But he already killed the character. So like he needs this character to be alive to get this character to where he wants him to be, but then he already killed them off. So I think he's gotten into this problem where he's got so many threads and stuff. He can't figure out how to connect them all to finish up. Like he knows where his story wants to go, but I don't think he knows how to get all of his characters to where they need to be.
And he's kind of dead set on how he wants it to end for each character, but he doesn't know how to make it happen exactly. So that big weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is why which I know like a lot of authors I think generally you want to let the story kind of come to you, but I feel like he kind of has his ending and he thought that he could, get to his ending, but now he's realized that so, but that's just like little bits and pieces from like interviews and stuff. And now he says like he's still working on it, like he gets a little bit done when he can. But then he's got the House of the Dragon show, he's writing other fucking lore books, like he's got so many projects going on now. Like I don't think he's ever gonna finish the books. I wouldn't be surprised though. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he has like a lot of the last book finished and stuff. Like I think he has the ending in mind. I just think that he's trying to figure out how to get those next two books.
He helped Elden Ring create
Yep.
the backstory for that game.
Yeah. So I don't think he's lazy because he's been working, but he just can't. Fucking 10 years is insane.
Okay.
It's fucking insane to go a decade.
That's how long it's been?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Last book came out in like 2011. Last book came out when the show started. And the understanding was...
so they thought they were like gonna be.
They thought they were gonna
page
finish the
type
story.
shit.
Yeah. So like, I have some sympathy for them for that, but I lose all sympathy with the way they just phoned it in at the end. Like if you were done with the story, you couldn't do it, give it to somebody else. There are hundreds of writers and directors and showrunners that would have taken that on and done something with it,
Yep.
I wonder if that had an effect too. Like they kind of started the show and he was kind of like into that, and then.
No, I remember there being like, there's like some friction there where they just couldn't, and it makes sense to me because there was this like years ago there was this idea that George sat down with them in like a room and he laid out his ending, like this is the ending for each character, this is how, but then they had to kind of write the story to get them there. Which makes sense considering how fucking characters just ended up places that didn't make any fucking sense. They didn't know how to get it there either. But they didn't even try. That's my problem with it. But
So you're thinking that you think that's vaguely what he might have wanted, or like something not
the ending
fully?
I'm fully convinced that Dany is supposed to be like an ultimate villain. Jon is definitely a Targaryen. Jaime is supposed to have his arc. I don't think Jaime's just supposed to end back up with Cersei. I think that's completely on. I can't imagine that.
Puppy.
Tyrion. No, I think they all fucked up Tyrion. I think Tyrion's much different in the like. He's a lot different. He's a lot more likable in the show than he is in the book, which probably created issues for them. But.
That's probably just Peter Dinklage. No. Peter Dinklage
yeah,
killing his
really
character.
Good. Yeah, and he makes you it's, and plus like he's a dwarf. Like it's hard to not see a dwarf and kind of root for them when they're constantly being picked on. So.
Yeah. I mean, also they just give his character actual emotional appeal as well.
Yeah.
Like he's more than just a fucking comedic like snarky douchebag. Like he's way more than that. And they really flesh out his character more than a lot of characters. So how are you supposed to really hate this guy when he's given the most backstory and reason to like have a benefit of the doubt when he's a shithead?
Yep. He just didn't have anything to do with him after he kills Tywin. Literally nothing. He fucking does fuck all after he kills
Like,
Tywin. It's so
right,
bad.
right.
Oh my god.
No, yeah. Like, you know who else does like a really good job of like I can imagine I haven't read the books, but I imagine Jamie is not as likable in the books either.
I don't.
Is he?
Um,
There's no way.
I don't know as much. I know that he's complicated. He's even more complicated in the books. But I think I do think that I think that George is writing him as more on the good side than the bad side, but still a lot of gray. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Like I do like I'd be shocked if Jamie isn't the one that kills Cersei ultimately in the books, if that's not like the end there. I think that yeah.
Interesting.
But like I said, in the books, like Jamie is the one who orchestrates the the betrayal on Robb at the wedding.
I will say I really liked Jamie's character, and times I liked him, but I can never like as a fan never like forgive his character, you know, of what he did in the beginning. Like I couldn't justify cheering for him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bran sucks though, dude. Bran fucking sucks. Should have killed him.
Yeah, they fucked
Jesus
him all
Christ.
up.
Jesus.
I wish he died.
Dude, it was so annoying. I hated it.
But you know what the sad thing is? I say that, but when he was first learning like his powers with the Three-Eyed Raven, and they did the Tower of Joy thing, like the he did the flashback where he saw Ned and stuff, and he saw Jon being born. I thought he was really good. I thought he was getting somewhere, but then like the next time you see him, he's just the emotionless, fucking lifeless thing at the end. Yeah, who has just like no emotion.
That whole thing didn't make sense. Like he didn't want the roles, and then he becomes king. It didn't make sense. Like.
Oh my god! And then they're like, "Oh, will you be king?" And he's like, "Why do you think I came all this way?" What?
Yeah.
What? No, nothing in your story has anything to do with you wanting to be king. What? That's fucking
also
insane.
just cringe. It's just cringe, you know?
Yeah, very fucking cringe. Very cringe. Very stupid. Terrible. Terrible. And also, I feel like there's like, I know that maybe it's just I got into the fan theory stuff, but like the theory of like Bran working, like doing his time traveling thing, and like being the reason why the Mad King went mad to begin with, like fucked with his head, and then setting up. I thought that would have been a really awesome fucking story to tell there. I think that would have been cool, but they just never. They showed like some vision where I was like, oh, that's what they're doing, and then they just never did it. So I don't know.
Yeah, where he was like screaming and shit.
Yeah, burn them, because you got to see him saying burn them all, and I was like, oh, so they are. This is what they're doing, but then they never.
I mean, maybe that was it. Like that was like but then they just didn't really flesh it out, I guess.
Because like it makes sense. It's
that
like
could be
all Bran has
that
to do.
George said, and they kind of didn't do it great.
Do some sort of time traveling. You give the fucking Mad King some vision about the White Walkers and people turning into White Walkers, and then like his mind goes crazy, and he's like, "All right, we got to burn everyone so they don't turn into fucking White Walkers." I feel like that's all right there.
They're probably gonna touch on that House of Dragons. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, they will. I think so too.
Yeah, they're already doing the prophecy shit.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I like House of Dragons. I mean, I don't think it sniffs Game of Thrones crotch in its prime, but I like it.
Yeah, I think but it's still really good. I think it's way better than the ending, and probably on par with like season 5, 6-ish.
yeah, I don't enjoy waiting. I will say.
Oh, the waiting sucks. Waiting sucks.
Yeah, the waiting does suck.
And especially now waiting and like the way that they end, like there's no way that finale was supposed to be the finale. They definitely had some weird shit going on with the, I don't know if it was a writer's strike or what, but that was not supposed to be the finale. There's no way, because they left that shit so.
For House of the Dragon?
House of the Dragon.
Season 2 or
Season
or
2?
What?
Yeah.
I don't even remember
That
how
shit
that
ends.
That was the
Freaking.
What happened?
Oh God.
Homeboy got a dragon.
Oh, the family members or whatever, like.
Yeah, but that's not how. It ended with fucking what are they? Rhaenyra and who is Alicent? They had that conversation. Alicent's like looking
that was
out.
super weird. Then
And
like,
then it just
late
ends.
now.
It's yeah, I don't know. Weird ending. Weird way to be a finale.
Yeah, strange.
I'm doing my best to avoid spoilers. I gotta even avoid Carlos.
Remember when I had told you, dude? No, I haven't done it since then. But after the first season, dude, I dove so deep. But then I kind of forgot a lot of what happened, so it's fine. It out.
Yep. Yeah, you get reminded of the gap too. You forget what happens.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah. No. Like I wasn't sure how they were gonna freaking blend Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad together. That was my biggest thing. Like, how are they gonna get these things to?
Better Call Saul is so good.
They
so
did it.
Good, dude.
They landed it.
What's up there?
I think it's insane that you love Better Call Saul so much and you didn't give a fuck about Howard's death. That's so weird to me.
Yeah, I know that's crazy.
I didn't say I didn't give a fuck. Like, it was crazy.
Basically.
But like I wasn't rooting for the guy.
No, like in that single moment, you like feel like all like how bad you felt for Howard, like how he didn't deserve that. Like you kind of justified it in your own head, like he's probably a tool anyways. Like no big deal. Like in that moment, you really were like, damn, dude, this is like he's the victim of this whole story. That's so fucked up.
Yes, yes, he literally is. He was like the most pure character of the entire fucking
realize,
series.
like, wow, I mean, he just like, you know, even after you found out like he was trying to help Jim for the whole time, like you were like, you know, well, it's kind of cool, but whatever, you know, I guess he's not too much of a dick. But then it was like, dude,
And
oh
I do
God.
feel bad because like he was the one kind of trying to help him the whole time,
Yeah.
and it was his brother that was the dick. But
And the saddest part was like Howard knew, he found out his whole life was being destroyed. He was pissed off at Jimmy and Kim, but like I don't know if the actors just really, but like I felt like when he realized what was happening and like how much danger, like he still seemed to have, like he still was concerned about freaking Jimmy and Kim. Like it wasn't, I felt like it wasn't about him. I felt like he like instantly was like worried
Yeah.
about them, even after they
Yep.
ruined his life, and then he
Yeah.
just gets fucking shot. Oh God, fuck that. That was terrible. Yeah, I was hurting after that one.
you know what's funny? What got me into the show is like that the not Jimmy, the what the fuck's his brother's name?
What is his brother's name?
Yeah,
talking
what the
about-
fuck?
I don't remember his name. Why do I remember his
Yep.
name?
I don't remember his name, but you know, Jimmy's older brother.
Mm-hmm.
That scene when he's like crashing out in the whatever like courthouse thing. That's what like got me into the show. Like I seen that
Oh.
like a clip somewhere, and I was like, "What the fuck is happening?"
The
So I
battery
started
episode.
watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, the battery.
You saw it from a meme. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Because I had already watched Breaking Bad at that point, and I don't remember if I knew that like Better Call Saul was a thing or not, but I wasn't. I didn't have any it wasn't like I watched it right after. It was kind of it was a little bit. I had seen that clip and that's when I got into it. And
It's
hadn't
funny,
even seen it yet either.
Because I think that episode, the battery episode, and then Howard's death, like that episode, those are like the two, like I think most people, like those are like the top of the list that I've seen for like best episodes of the series.
Yeah. No, that battery show was
No, like
pretty-
I don't know, like for me, I watched season 1 of Better Call Saul, and I was bored out of my mind. I didn't like it. At
Okay,
all.
yeah, I understand for sure. I actually liked it though. I think that's what like was able to get me to keep going. Like it was slow paced and like kind of not really like what you come to expect from Breaking Bad, but
Yeah.
I kind of liked it.
I tried. I really did. Like I think I don't even think I finished the final episode. I think that's when I stopped watching, and I just never got back into it until it was over, and you convinced me to go back and watch it. It was on the list for a while.
Yeah, no,
Excellent. So good.
great show. Oh my lord.
Dude, they keep showing fucking Dak Prescott. It's unreal. Stop showing Dak Prescott.
That's still happening to you? Why is that still
Yeah,
happening?
it happens so frequently. It's on. I don't get it.